I just got back from vacation, been away in DC for a little while with the family. And what you can hear behind me is the FPGA still going, but I turned almost everything else off that you see here. Just ran that. I ran the A6, the Jazz Miner, and back there's the iPolo. Kept those going, and then just like a couple odds and ends in the basement, but turned the majority of things off. Just wanted to be safe while we were away for 4 or 5 days. What do you guys do? Do you turn off your rigs if you're gonna be out of the house, or do you leave them on? I just get nervous because of that one time I had that GPU rig catch on fire, the breakout board, and I just don't want anything like that happening while I'm away. Whereas I feel like the A6 and all this kind of stuff, excuse me, it's really just kind of made to run 24/7, and everything comes in the box for it to do that, versus breakout boards and server power supplies and all these things. I don't know, there's just more room for failure, I guess, with all the different parts. But it's really hot in here because one of the things I did just for security purposes is take out the shutter fan from the window. So it got really, really warm in here. All the rigs stayed fine, the FPGA stayed fine, the Coal Engine P2, but I want to get that back up and going because it's hot, it's spring, so let's do that first. All right, so this is just my garage, and this is what I've been doing for a while now. The screen's still in there and everything, but what I've been doing for a while now is just using this AC Infinity shutter fan to ventilate all this hot air out, and it's worked extremely well. And if you need one of these, highly recommend it. Links down in the description. I don't know how this shot looks, might be overexposed with the outside. And then what I did is, just so I can take it up and down, I just mounted it in some wood into the garage here. So my window just stays open all of the time, and this just pushes all the hot air out. All right, and it's just 4 screws holding this thing in. So plans for the rest of this video, we'll see where we go. I get this hooked up, we'll see how the temperatures look. I gotta figure out what I want to turn on or not on. We'll go over what I've been mining on some of the things that have been on. Let's see what else I gotta do here. Gotta plug this into the control board. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna plug this into power. All right, so let's take a look how we're doing here. Yep, pretty warm in here for sure. So the fan's on. It's pretty hot outside today. We're definitely in spring, so we're hitting like, I think we're hitting the 70s today. And as the sun comes over this side of the house, it'll get warmer. So you know what, let's do 6. I think that's gonna be okay. Really, that's what's on, and it's generating about 1,300 watts right now. And then this iPolo is really nothing. And then the Jazz Miner is not too much wattage. I think maybe 500 watts. We can take a look here, actually. What we got? 1,500 plus 500. We're only doing about 2,000 watts out here right now. So this whole thing is off, which I'm gonna do another video on, just my plans on the NVIDIA cards. NVIDIA cards here are off, AMD cards here are off. I think I'm gonna leave all that off for today as I figure out what I wanna mine on those. But we're gonna watch those temperatures come down. That's what I wanted to accomplish out here today. Let's head into the basement. It's like I took a week off from crypto and making videos while we were on vacation, and I really didn't stay up with too much that was happening in the space. Just checked in every now and then, and man, you just miss so much stuff because the space moves so fast. So I instantly feel behind, but that's okay. We'll talk about a little bit of that now. And some videos that I need to make. But things that stayed on down here, the X1 stayed on, so iPolo. The KSO Pro stayed on. We'll go on what that's mining a little later in this video. But one thing I did shut off that has been just running nonstop is the Xilinx C1100 FPGA, which we need to talk about because one of the big things that happened in the space while I was gone was Fish Hash. Iron Fish changed their algorithm. They forked. Everything seems to have gone okay from what I've seen. And so now I can no longer mine that with my FPGAs, which is fine because I can mine it with my GPUs, and I've tested it a little bit in the past, made a video on that. But what I need to do is test it more extensively on the GPUs, which actually brings me to a rig that I have not had on for quite a while now that I'm going to turn on, and I'm definitely going to expand, and that is going to be the test rig here. That's every 30 series card. I use it to test mining algorithms, and I have not done every 30 series card on Fish Hash yet, so I'm going to do that. The other thing that stayed on is the 4090 because it's a beast, and I want to populate this with the other 40 series cards I have just to have a massive test rig. I guess probably 2 rigs at this point, and I'm gonna start testing that algorithm because I just love doing that. That rig, 6600 rig, stayed offline while I was gone. So anyway, for the FPGA, there's now a super public bitstream released by Team Red Miner for Alephium. So I got to get that up and mining again because it's just stayed profitable forever. So I want to get that going. That'll be a video I have to do. And then I want to show you some of the things that I started mining with the Ethash ASICs. And I want to show you how I'm doing with that shitcoin that I was mining and just the progress I'm making and the hilarity of that project. So let's jump in the computer. Taking a look at almost all the miners that I have up right now, and they're all on K1 pools. So I got the Jazz miners, iPolo miners, and then also that ColeEngine P2 FPGA, which is mining Nautilus. And we're gonna go into all of this in just a little bit. So let's actually start there. So since I started mining Nautilus on the FPGA, the price has been just absolutely hilarious, and I am so glad that I continue to dump on the market and just accumulate, in this case, Tether, as I dump the Nautilus that I'm mining regularly, because it started out at around 3-4 cents, had a little bit of a pump trying to get back over 2 cents, and then has absolutely just gotten destroyed and is currently worth, what's that, half a penny. So I'm very glad that I decided to get regular payouts and then instantly do a market sell to get rid of this Nautilus and then generate, in this case, Tether, which is what I have been doing. And what you can see now is I've got about $300 worth of Tether, and I still have that same question of getting it off of the exchange because I don't want a significant amount of money sitting on there, and that's a pretty significant amount of money. So I did a little bit more research and took a look at the fees and what I can do to get this off here. And actually what I'm thinking about doing now, and I haven't done it yet, is converting that Tether over to USDC, which is what Coinbase does support, and it looks like they support quite a bit of platforms of it. So luckily, they have a USDC Tether pairing over on ZegX, and what I can do here is really not lose out on too much. The pool charges a 0.2% fee to exchange from one currency to another. So if I do, let's just say, a limit order for the exact dollar and then sell all of it, I'm going to sell $296.10 of Tether. I'm going to get $295.51 of USDC, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm doing the math right, that is the 0.2% fee that you're going to pay. So I'm losing around 60 cents, 59 cents in order to do that exchange. But then the fees to pull it out are really low. And so if I go over and check on the fees here for pulling out USDC, which is supported on a lot of different networks and bridges, I can look at this Polygon one, and looks like either the bridge or native, you're really looking at 3 cents in withdrawal fee. So in all said and done, what What am I gonna lose? Like a little over 60 cents to do that? And it looks like Coinbase does support the bridge to Polygon on here. So I'm pretty sure I'm good to do that. But if I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments section. And if I am, I still have some other versions of USDC that I can use that are all cheap, except the Ethereum ERC21 is ridiculous, $11. I'm definitely not gonna use that. So continuing to dump Nautilus because it is amongst still the most profitable to mine with that FPGA, and you can see just the amount of payouts that I have on it so far, and I've upped my payout threshold because the yield is so high, because the price is so low now, and just like pretty much every 2 days, I'm just gonna dump on the market and accumulate some more Tether as it remains the most profitable, and if it doesn't, I will go move to mine something else. Though everything else that I've been mining has actually been at the recommendation of the comments section from my previous video, and that is going to be Octaspace. So I got all of the ethash stuff over on Octaspace, and if it can do dual mining, it's dual mining with Zilliqa, and actually triple coin mining with Pack right now. And why this is exciting to me is you can see in like the last week since I've set this up, I've generated 66 Octaspace, which I guess we'll look at the value is $1.40. So you're looking, was at like $90. I generated like $90 on these miners. But why I'm really excited about that is I can pretty quickly get to another 200 Octaspace, which allows me to buy a ticket to stake it over on the Pack project, which I'm already doing, and I want to continue to do that because that will pay me out in Octaspace every week. And you can see I just got my weekly payout for the 200 I currently have over there. 11 hours ago, the smart contract paid me out 1.76 Octaspace. So why not? Why not continue to generate more and more and more? So I'm gonna stay the course for now unless something exciting happens that I wanna go mine and just leave that stuff on Octaspace, Zilliqa, and Pack. And then once I get to the 200, enter it into the smart contract, and then it will be able to gain additional Octaspace every week. Additionally, Zilliqa, still mining that. So you can see I have about 1,200 up on the pool right now. So I got to figure out getting that off there at what payout thresholds I want to do, and then put that into Zillion. So I'm continuing to generate and stake Zilliqa. And that's just one of the things that I really love to do. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I love to put my GPUs to work to mine a currency that is profitable, but also gives me the option to stake that currency, gain interest on that currency, or just put my crypto to work. So while I'm mining, my portfolio is still growing and really doing the work by itself to generate more and more income, more and more cryptocurrency. And that's what I really like about Octaspace and doing that. And just like the Nautilus mining for the FPGA, probably just gonna use that because it's really profitable. It's like the most profitable piece of equipment that I have right now. I'm probably just going to let that pay my electric bill, I think. Or maybe buy a node or something. I gotta figure out what I wanna do with that. I'll make a video on it. But everything else is kind of like offline, and I'm gonna slowly get it back up. NVIDIA cards need a lot of maintenance, those rigs, so there'll be some videos I'm gonna do on that. But I have a plan for the AMD cards. I'll probably get those on sooner than later, and I'll definitely make a video on that. I got a lot to catch up on. I got a lot of videos I gotta make. There's a lot of work to do. So I hope you enjoyed this post-vacation video of all the things that I've done, the things that are on my mind, and the things that I'm planning on doing. And I hope you've had a wonderful week while I've been away. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Hope you didn't miss me too much. I'm not going anywhere. I promise, 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 promise. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next video.